Good morning, everyone. It's Joker, and today we are back for another slime video. And Veldora against Revenge, the hardest stage in the game. Currently, I'm only posted two teams that can beat it, the Fire team and the Dark team. Both require a certain bit of RNG to clear. However, now, if we go check his info, he does have 100% stun resistance, which means that, before a few days ago, trying to beat this stage with the Light 3.0 team would have been laughable, because we'd be missing out on half of the reason why we're stacking, right? But with the release of the new Light Valentine, who can nerf that 100% stun resistance, that means that, we might actually have a chance at clearing this stage. I don't know how difficult it's going to be. I assume, since it took me quite a number of hours to do it with Fire and quite a number of hours to do it with Dark, that it's also going to take quite a number of hours to do it with, the Light team. So, I'm recording this intro prior, and then when we cut, we will come back and I'll have some pre-recorded gameplay, because God knows how long this is gonna fucking take. Because we have to go to turn 8 with Valentine, and let's take a look at the team so we can actually talk about it. So this is the team that we're going to run. So we've got Shuna for the stacking, we've got Valentine to nerf the stun. Raphael's gonna be the stunner. It's the Light 3.0 team, except we've taken out Soka for King Rimuru, because I really, really, really don't want to have to take 3 alts. I'll take 2 alts. I really don't want to take a third. And it's if depending on how we time it, I can either have a free Rimuru alt that I can just send on the turn where Veldora has his super counters and just avoid any damage there. I don't really know how it's going to work out. Again, we got to try it, but this is the team. So ideally, we would have, the light resistance, or the light buff, the crit, or the stun resistance. We've got the crit, we've got the ult, we've got the, everything from Raphael, we've got the attack and, light resistance down from Milim. Ideally, if I can live to turn 8, we should do more than enough damage. On paper. But, we'll find out how that actually goes. So I'll see you guys in what will be a nanosecond, but for me will take probably quite a while. Okay, I have done it. I have achieved what I thought was going to be very, very, very difficult, and it was very, very difficult. It took 2.5 hours or so, 2.5 hours to do this, and many, many attempts, many, many heartaches, and many, many turn ones where I had 0 blues. So that's great. The game knows what team you're running, and it knows what you want, and it says go fuck yourself. So here, we have 3 blues. It's not the greatest kind of turn 1, but we do make it work. I think I sit here for a while contemplating my life choices. So I think I swapped Milim in, and then I think I either use her Orb Steal or I use Valentine's Orb Change. I think I get a 5-hand of blue here. It's been a minute, alright? Give me a break. So yeah, we brought in everyone. We're going to use Lumi here. So 5 blue will get us Shuna turn 2, which is good, because then we can start stacking, we get more points on blues. We don't have a lot of skill points, but if we get lucky on turn 2, we can maybe get another good hand and maybe start stacking up some points. And thankfully, we do get very, very lucky. So there's a 6-hand of blue. We can get a stack on Valentine and Raphael. We're looking good. There's the orb change. Thankfully, we didn't even have to bring in Shuna. They were both Milims. So I think we're just going to run it like this. Maybe. I lied. Alright, we're going to do that so Milim can maybe be our clutch orb changer after this turn when 2 people are locked into place. So 200% orb does, with Raphael, 6,300 damage. Alright. That's a pretty unfortunate hand right there. That's not really gonna get us what we really, really want out of it. But we get another stack, so that's 2 stacks on Valentine and Raphael. And now, the only one that's not locked in is Raphael himself. So, I think I just send 4 oranges, and then I pray that we get another good hand next turn. That we can get like a full hand of blues, because that'll get us, you know, another stack and change. Well, yeah, that works out, because we can now use both Shuna and Valentine to change those, and we'll be looking good. Now, turn 5 is the super attack, or the super counter turn, which I'm not really too much of a fan of that, and we're going to take an ult here, which means that we're going to be kind of low. But we're going to have to, you know, damage control a little bit, so we're going to get Shuna out, her having the least amount of HP. I kind of need her for the ult buff. Kind of important, and the orb changing, so we don't want her to die. So here, another full hand. We don't have like a throwaway ult though, which is kind of what I was hoping for. Well, I take that back. We do, but we don't, because I don't really want to use Valentine's ult, because I want to ensure that we can do enough damage. But, you know, what are we gonna do? Rimuru has full HP, so I mean, realistically, he can take a super counter. He can take a normal counter, he can take a super counter. So we're going to get Raphael out, we're going to get Valentine out, and then we're just going to send the one Rimuru and pray that he doesn't get one-shot by a super counter, which he did not take a super counter at all, so that's good. But now we have another full hand of blues. Perfect. That'll get us 2 more stacks, but it's only turn 6, and we're, you know, we don't have a lot of HP to go around, except for on Rimuru. So we're going to use the ult yoink here to avoid taking that third ult, because that would have been game over. Hopefully no one takes a counterattack here, which thankfully we don't, which is perfect. Absolutely perfect. Everything has worked out pretty well here. There's the ult yoink, give me that. He has no follow-up. He does Frostbite, Seal, Poison. And now Milim, if she takes a counter, if she takes a single target attack, even maybe an AoE, she's gonna die. I really wish that they had put it on like Shuna and Rimuru. That way Milim would not die. It's really unfortunate. So, because like he's gonna single target attack here, and then the Frostbite's gonna do more damage. So it's gonna make do with what we got. So there's another stack. We're gonna stack it on Raphael being the main DPS. And then, I think, yeah, we just send these and pray that we get something good out of it. So, Rimuru ult doesn't do anything, that's fine. Just want to waste it. And then here's that. And then, of course, he single targets Milim. So now she's dead. There goes my light resistance 30% down and my 45% attack buff. So at this point, I actually wasn't too sure if we were going to kill. We have a decent amount of stacks. It is turn 8, and we do have enough points to use every buff, right? Because I wasn't planning on using Rimuru's crit, but, you know, taking away the Milim attack buff leaves us enough points to use the crit, so it is at least a slight consolation. So there's the stun resistance down, then there's the actual stun, then there's that, then there's the light buff, and the stun strike, the pierce, got the ult buff here, the crit buff, so now, I mean, we have a lot of things going for us. So let's see if we can actually do enough damage. I didn't check how much HP he has. Shuna does 29,000, not great. Valentine does 192, which is good, which means that Raphael will do more, and Raphael does 279,000 HP. We have killed Challenge Veldora. We had 1 casualty, which, if RNGesus had praised us a little more, we could have, you know, not taken that. We could have, like, what could have happened? He could have single targeted, he could have poisoned and binded, like, Rimuru and Shuna, and then his single target could have gone onto Rimuru, and then no one would have died. Then that would have been something. Then we could have had the Milim buff. It would have done more damage for us overall than just a flat crit, because no one here else is dark, so no one's getting that 40% dark damage. Regardless, though, we beat it. All right, that's all that fucking matters, and that's all I goddamn care about. So, yes, this team can do it. Yes, you need pretty much everyone. Yes, you also need King Rimuru. But again, this stage is not meant for new players. This is a 500,000 EP event. This is meant for tippity top players that have good, very good gear, very good dupes in their units, or, you know, enough to offset, and, you know, want to bang their head against a wall for a couple hours. So it is possible. Whether or not you want to do it, or you just want to use the fire team and burn them to death, that's more feasible, I think, in my own opinion. I think it's much easier to do that than to try and use this, because you don't have to go to turn 8 for the fire team. So there you go. Let me know how you guys feel about that, but that's it for me, guys. Take it easy, and I'll see you later.